I have a question, and as you know, besides the academic sphere, I've done consulting in Greece, a lot of consulting. And there is a lot of companies have trust issues that stem from the management, the top management. And they stem by usually not having clear rules, not bad intentions, but clear rules. And so you never know whether what you do is right or not, or is acceptable or not. It depends on every time how the boss decides. And I asked a couple of them, I mean, why, and they weren't reluctant to put the rules. And their reasoning was that if the rules are clear, like the feedback mechanism you said, and the split communicate, they can group against the management. They can group with priority, not the company needs, but their needs. And that's, and for example, the UK, they would be afraid that such grouping could falsely accuse management of that happening, for example. And that was one field that they avoided doing that. I'm saying it with a question mark at the end to you.
I think it's, yep.
So what was the question? Just if in a sentence.
Well, there is a fear of management that this may go the wrong way. That once employees get to socialize a lot, have their own communication channels, etc., they might prioritize their needs and hurt the company priorities.
Yes, absolutely. And having a transparent company, and also having clear set of rules that everyone should follow would help to reduce confusion among employees as to in regards to whether or not they can approach their managers, ask questions. So transparency and being open and having discussions among the entire company would obviously improve the communication within the company, and then of course also improve the trust within the organization and employees. And Maria can continue.
Thank you. I just wanted to add a case from the management classes that I took. So the woman who was giving the courses, she was like, you know, as a manager, I would also go and smoke with the guys outside to become part of their community. So besides ruling the people, it's also important to become part of them, to become part of their community in order not to be, you know, little bit out of their group. So whatever they talk, you're part of them, and you all work for one goal of the company, not for one goal against the manager. I think that's the trick there. You should work all together for the goal that is pre-set up when you start the company.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. So it's not the communication doesn't stay at that level, but it's this way and this way. It's everywhere. There are cases. I've had these cases to run across in my consulting life. That there were workers that went intentionally to create a problem eventually and get fired or complain, and especially that is happening a lot in restaurants and bars where they have a turnover of waiters. There are some that go intentionally to create problems, and then usually have some party affiliation, many of them, because it creates some vibration in the media. So how do you protect you know, from infiltration of these rare occasions, of course, but they do have, and maintain the trust? What would be an approach?
I think just like in ruling a country, in ruling a company as well, you first set up the rules. We all know them, we all respect them, and we all follow them. And therefore, there should not be any miscommunication or misunderstanding between the employees and the manager. So once we have the rules, once we follow them, once we respect each other due to the activities and the intercommunication that we build on the personal and professional level, it's almost low chance of possibility to not to trust each other, because there is the trust on a very, very, very personal level and a professional level. So these two levels are where the trust should be set, and therefore the work will not suffer after that.
And I also wanted to add that, as we have already mentioned, like starting from logos or mottos, the atmosphere and everything should reflect trust and should be around the same goal to everyone follow its purpose. And in that case, I think trust will be in the company.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions or anything that anyone wants to share? Okay. I want to thank you all for a longer today. Of course, we had 3 presentations plus a guest speaker, very enlightening and interesting and professional presentations. I also want to thank Greta Vartuhi and Arpine for keeping up with our translation again today. And of course, Tatev for supporting us throughout the events. I wish you all a good night. Tomorrow, I want to say that we do have the last presentation with our guest speaker, Arshalosh Barsegyan, and the broad topic of trust in media. And we have our 2 teams looking at media during war situation and media during pandemic situations and how trust is affected then. I wish you all a pleasant evening and looking forward to seeing you all and more tomorrow at 6 p.m.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.